Friday, September 20th, 5:25 a.m. I did a chalkboard drawing last night, and they have not responded to it, and I don't blame them. So, that was kind of weird. You guys see that little flash on the camera? I'm gonna have to look back at that. That was interesting. Could have been a bug. But, yeah, so alrighty. When I get home today, I'm gonna reshake that up, re-level it, and recast, and see if they'll respond. But, well, we're on our way to work, so we'll talk about this. Anyways, phone will stay put. A few years ago, more than a few actually, it's like 8 or 9 years ago, really. I was living down the road from here even, probably another 5 miles down the way. I was on my way home with my mom from work, and I was working at Silverwood at the time for their Hollywood special, or their not Hollywood, their Halloween special, and they call it Scarywood. Well, I've been working Scarywood for a couple of years. I even got Actor of the Year like 3 years in a row, and that was pretty cool. But this one night when my mom came to pick me up and stuff, I was driving. I mean, it was about as dark as what you see right now and everything. Pretty dark. But then, when I came around the corner, going up the hill to my house, I saw two red glowing eyes off to the side of off to the right side of the road. My mom, she's talking to me about something or other, and I just locked on to these red eyes, and I was only going about what we're going right now, like maybe 15 miles an hour or so, and I just stayed with them until they passed, and whenever we got about parallel with it, the eyes had formed a silhouette, a black silhouette around them, so there was a clear body to the mass there. But right as we got to the side of it, and the lights had just started to pass it, it had turned to the side, and I could see a distinctive snout. And it scared me so bad that I couldn't keep my eyes off of it, and I ended up running off the road. And my mom, she's all, "Oh, it's fine, I'll hop out and I'll get the hubs put in and stuff." And I just screamed at my mom. I was like, "Stay in the car." And she just like, "Oh, something's going on," and everything. And I ran outside, I locked in all the hubs and everything. I jumped back into the car and blew up the road to my house. And for many weeks afterwards, and I mean weeks afterwards, I had these terrible nightmares that just kept kept tormenting me, basically. They wouldn't go away, and they seemed to get worse almost every night, too. And it was never something that was like trying to harm or kill me in these dreams, but it was always killing something or taking something that I love. And so these nightmares would go down, and it would be like one of those dreams where you think you're awake, basically, because of how real everything is. And all of a sudden this crazy arm would pop through the wall and grab my wife and just rip her out of the wall, or it'd pop through and grab my dog and pull him up through the ceiling and stuff, or it tormented me for a long time. I was looking around for anybody, because I these things are supposed to be in like Hollywood movies and stuff like that, not walking around my yard. And even as somebody who has understood the existence of Sasquatch, even up to that point too, knew that they were out there. But seeing a dogman, I don't like this subject at all because of that reason. It traumatized me to the point to where it just makes me sick to my stomach thinking about it. I get people that, when I was looking around, looking for help, looking for anybody who I could talk to about this subject and stuff, and I kept running into people that were like, oh, well, they're sweet beings, and they're just like Sasquatch, and all you gotta use trade with them and stuff like that, and they're kind and gentle. Not the one that I saw. Mind you, the eyes on this thing stood almost at a 12-foot level too. And I mean, they're far apart too. Far apart. Be looking at something that was more like a grizzly bear, but a grizz wouldn't just be standing up like that. I mean, yeah, they do. They stand up, they check around, they sniff around and stuff, but they don't twist and run off. I got offered to go on a radio show for Dogman Radio. That didn't go so well either, because I never got aired too, because there was a miscommunication, and then it seemed that since there was this miscommunication as to what time I was supposed to call or receive a phone call, because I thought I was supposed to receive the phone call, and I guess he told me I was supposed to call, and I just didn't. Yeah, I didn't. So I'm sitting there and I'm waiting, and I texted him. I'm like, I'm ready to go, and then I get this kind of snarky message in return and stuff, like, you were supposed to call me, and I'm like, well, I apologize. I mean, I'm sitting here, I'm ready to go, and he was like, you should have called me a while ago. I've already filled your spot. I'm like, okay, clearly it's about the radio and not helping people. And that's another thing that I pick up on a lot too. Is that's why I'm kind of careful with podcasting and stuff. I've only done 3. I'm about to do 4, but I'm real careful about the people that I'm doing these podcasts with, because to them that's their bread and butter, that's their livelihood, and I understand that. But whenever you got somebody like legitimately like looking for help, looking for anybody to talk to about these things and try to gain some sense of it and stuff, you'd think you would be a little bit more, I don't know, forgiving, I guess. Anytime somebody comes up to me and they've got a fantastic experience to talk about, or a traumatic experience to talk about for that matter, I'm all ears. I am all ears. And I try to relate with the scenarios that I've been through and the experiences that I've had with them and stuff. And in order to get, this person on such a level of understanding that they don't feel that they're in danger by any means. And, well, that didn't happen here. That didn't happen here at all. So, if you guys want to check out the full story, because I have it written down, you can get on my Facebook page, Legacy Discoveries page, not the group, the page. And it's one of the very first posts that was up there. It's called The Dogman Giant. And you guys can learn of the whole story there. But I think I'm done talking about it, because it just puts me in kind of a sour mood. So God bless. Happy September 20th. Stay squatchy.